Oh, this is very exciting. I shall sit here and wait for people to arrive. I'm so excited I'm having to put a pillow in my mouth. When you get here, please, can you say, I'm here? So I know that I'm not talking to myself. Oh, hello, Moya. Hey, Lynda, Pauline, and Kevin Warlock. Yeehaw! And I'm not quite sure. Oh, that's yellow. Is that the gnome that says yellow? I'm actually having to clutch a cushion to my breast. Such is my excitement. Hiya, Pauline. Hi, Caroline. It's saying that I've got a slow connection for some reason. Well, it's not the first time someone's called me slow. Hi, Pauline, Evans, and Donny. Hello. Can you tell I'm a bit excited? Hi, Denise. It's nice to see you here. So, oh, Angie's here as well. Hello, Angie. Are you in that beautiful place called Skiathos still, Angie? I bet it's beautiful out there, isn't it? Hi, Marie. You got the top of my head. Yeah, that's because I'm clutching a pillow to my breast because I'm so excited. Oh, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to be able to keep a lid on this. Do you know what? I have just been so organised. I think I deserve a round of applause. What I've done to make it easier for you, my dear viewers, is I've sorted out all of the panels and all of the samples that go together. Whether it's going to look nice and neat and tidy by the end of this, probably not. But I love what Kevin's saying, hashtag so excited. So we're all sewing. Oh yeah, I've literally been in this sewing room, it's the room of stitchery, for a couple of weeks now, working my fingers to the bone. You believe that, you believe out. Angie, give my love to the Skiathos kitties. Carolyn's saying about you being fixed to your sewing machine. I have. I've actually turned it off. And Bobby, the brother, that's who he is, has gone. He needed a rest, bless him. Janet's here. Hello. How are you, Janet? You've just tidied up. Yes, so I'm going to start off right at the very top and say this isn't just samples from me. These are also samples from our lovely Marie Poole, who has pulled out all the stops and she's helped me because, well, Lynda's got a sewing machine, and no disrespect to Lynda, it's about 83 years since she last used a sewing machine. So she said, oh, Hels, you'll have to do the samples. And I said, I need a helper because there's so much. Seriously, there is so much. Prepare to be flabbergasted. So I asked Marie, because I first met Marie on Sarah Payne's All Night Quilt Along, and she kind of helped me a little bit because I was the idiot in the corner who didn't know how to sew, and all the ladies there were all really supportive. So I thought, right, Marie, she's good at sewing, she can help me. Kevin's saying all the samples are on Pinterest. Yes, they are. So don't go yet, because I'm going to show you them in real life. But if you want to see photos, and my photos aren't all that, I am trying. I actually started using an edit program, but it got a little bit complicated. Lynda's saying cheeky mare. Well, what do you expect? I'm always a cheeky mare. But our Lynda has made some cushion covers, and they are brilliant. And that kind of tells you that if you've never sewn before, you can actually use these products and make something. And I really wish that there'd been things like this when I first started sewing, because I had rulers and measuring stuff and it was quite complicated. Marie's saying only 2 years younger than me. Hi, Winnie. How are you? How is it in your part of the world? I hope it's all good. So shall I get cracking? Okay, so you've already seen this. Now, this is our Garden Gnome square cushion. So can you see? I've even done some applique. So that's the applique, and then there's a second bow, and I've added a little button in the middle. Sewed a button on. And then there's some applique here. Don't look too closely, it was my first attempt. But I think it looks quite nice. And then there's that gorgeous sun. And I left these so they could curl up a little bit. So the little sun rays were actually sticking off there. So this is... Where is it? I just grabbed this. So already I've got all my stuff out of sync. Here is what you're going to get. This is what we're going to show you. So... you will have seen on social media, we've all been talking about panels. If you've not watched Sewing Street before, then you won't know what I'm talking about. If you have watched Sewing Street, then you'll know exactly what I mean when I say panels. This is what you're going to get. So, you've got the cushion cover at the front. It's got an envelope back. So, you've got 2 dotties to make your envelope back, and then you've got some applique. Now I thought applique, that's going to be really difficult. Actually it was an absolute doddle. Once I'd figured it out, I had a little practice to start off with, but I've left it up here so it's easy to get hold of, and then I've just thrown it on the floor. So that was clever, wasn't it? There we go. So here is the little watering can applique, and what I've done is I've got some iron-on interfacing, ironed it on, and then I've got a little fabric glue pen. Bob that on the back, stick it where you want it on your project, and then just zigzag sew all the way around. I mean, you could hand applique if you want to, if that's your thing. So that is the Gnomes square cushion. Let me just fold that up. Now, these are like Ordnance Survey maps. Once you've unfolded them, it's virtually impossible to fold them back into the way that they should be. But let me just show you the back. Now, ignore this little strap. What this is my my little strip from across the top, just to remind us what that is. But you'll see you've got the flap at the front, and then you've also got that's the flap for the top, the flap for underneath, and that is your cushion. Now I've put a 16 by 16 cushion insert in there. As you can see, it fits beautifully. So that is the first thing that I wanted to show you, and I'm going to rattle through these, so bear with. Let me just catch up. Dawn's here. Hiya, Dawn. Winnie's saying very good, although cold and rainy, but a warm cat on my lap. That's always the best way to be. Who else have I missed? There we go. Marie's saying beautiful. Thank you very much. Could also use interface with glue on both sides and glue on. Yeah, you can do. Now, I thought that I'd ordered some interface that was sticky both sides. I didn't. So I use my glue pen. Caroline's saying, my daughter bought me a sewing machine 3 years ago for my birthday in January to replace my brother that gave up the ghost. It's still in the box, not opened. It is a very good time to open it, because I think that once you see what we've got for you, you are going to want to open it. Right then, so next up, this has got me so excited. This is more for me because, as you know, I do like my quilting. We've got fabric squares. So these are 5.3 by 5.3 fabric squares. So that's just one side. And then there is the other side. There's 40 in total. So what can you do with these? You could make bags, you can sew them together to make like a tote bag or a zippy bag, whatever you want to make, you can use these for. What about this though? I used them all. Well, actually I didn't. I got 5 left over because I saved them just in case I needed them for something else. To start off with, I was using them all and then I changed my mind. But this is Sunny Days, the Garden Gnomes, square panels. And this is my quilt. So I'm going to hold it up for you. Here we go. And what I've done is, many moons ago, my mother-in-law, bless her, had been to a car boot sale, because my mother-in-law and father-in-law were terrible for going to car boot sales every Sunday morning and bringing home junk. And she brought home this piece of fabric and said, oh, would you like this? And I said, oh, yes, please, very pretty. And it's this, and it has been in my fabric box for many moons, and I thought, do you know what, that goes absolutely perfectly. But you don't have to use extra fabric if you don't want to. There are enough squares there that you could just do the quilt, just plain white on the back with a bit of white binding. But I absolutely love this. I'm so chuffed with it, because the other thing that I learnt to do as well, mind you, bear in mind I started sewing in 2018. So 5 years in a couple of months, and I've always had an erasable pen and a ruler to draw my quilt lines. Until I had a chat with Marie, who told me that my walking foot has got this little contraption thing that you add to it, and it's actually a guide. So thank you, Marie. All my quilting is now done like that, so just prepare to see everything is going to be quilted. Right, so let's pop that in there. Next up, you're going to love this. This is another project. So here we have the wall hanging. So I'm going to show you. It's got a bit crumpled while it's been in the box. Don't worry, I will run the iron over everything. Hi, Jason. Hello, how are you, my love? Are you okay? Not spoken to you for yonks. Right, so the wall hanging. Let me go backwards so you can see it. There's the applique, and then on this side you've got tabs at the top which are reversible, so you've got the pale pink and then you've also got the pattern. Let me bring it in close so you can see. It's that cheeky little gnome with his beehive, and then you've got, can you see this one is plain, and then you've got the pattern. That's the back and the front of the wall hanging. So what would you do with it? I mean, when I first saw it, I thought, well, what am I going to do? Even better, it tells you. There are written instructions. Now, these were actually written by somebody who you know. So if they're wrong, contact Lynda, because she proofread them. Don't contact me. Right, so wall hanging. Ta-da! I absolutely love this. Look. So you've got the tabs at the top, and this, I thought that this was going to be quite complicated, but actually it's not. It's got 4 tabs at the top, it's got a front and a back, and literally you put it together by, you cut it out, you add your applique, you add your tabs, and then you add your back, turn it inside out, and then I've just top stitched around the edge to make it nice. Now I haven't put any wadding in it on purpose, because I wanted it just to be as is. But if you wanted to add your own wadding in there, then you can do. You can go ahead and do that. So that is the wall hanging. Hi, Hels, looks so cute. Loving the owl clock. I've got the same one. Thanks, Gina. Do you know what? That clock's been up there for donkey's years. It's covered in cobwebs and its battery's run out, but I just like it anyway. Slightly wonky. And then we've got Lynda saying she's looking forward to it, and Fiona says looks amazing. Hi Fiona, thank you. Hi Pauline. Pauline Priest is watching with us. Right, so have I got a treat for you? I'm going to just take a breath and have a little drink. I've not got my Ribena tonight because I've run out. I'm on my Diet Coke. Well, actually it's 0 Coke, vanilla flavoured, and it's very nice. Right, Winnie's saying beautiful fabrics. They are, seriously. I'm so happy I could pop. Right, next up is Growing Happy, which is part of the Garden Gnome collection, and this is the 35cm squares panel ×4. There. Aren't they just so cute? And there's my spare one behind me. I thought I'd adorn the room of stitchery with some more gnomes. So our Marie has been so busy with these. Let me just fold this up. Now remember that I said this is like that Ordnance Survey map when you've got to Here we go, folded it, pop that there. Okay, so what Marie's done is made some cushion covers to start off with. So here's one. So she's cut it out, added some batting to the back of it, and then she's done some quilting and added her own little envelope flap there. So that's that one. And then this one, double-sided, is the most adorable little tote bag. So you'll see you've got one of the gnomes on one side and one on the other. And again, added a little bit of batting in there and done some quilting, and then just added some little straps. I'm thinking that that would be absolutely perfect. Us gardeners, because also I do gardening. I'm thinking that that would be ideal for, you know, when you're traipsing around the garden and you've got your secateurs and your gloves and everything, it's all spilling out your pockets. A little bag like that would be ideal for that. And you're saying, aren't we all a little bit wonky? I am. I've got a stamp that says embrace your wonkiness, because every time I stamped something, it was always wonky. Right, next up, another beautiful bag from Marie. There you go. Yeah, another quilted bag there for you. So I'm going to pop those. I've got a box down here that I've got all the samples that I'm putting them in. Good beach bag. Yeah. Oh, all right. She rubs it in. She lives on a beach nearly. You know, you can go off, people. Right then, what am I doing next? Oh, here's another one. So here you'll see what Marie's done with this one is stitched around. So again, batting on the back and then stitched around the gnome just to add. I think that's got a special name, but I don't know what it's called. Marie, help me out, love. Has it got a special name? Oh, hi, Elaine. Elaine's just joined us as well. It's nice to see you. Angie says, Sos, but I do love you. Yeah, you love Skiathos more. I went to Skiathos once. It was wonderful, but it was so hot. It was like 44 degrees. We went in August for Graham's birthday. I think it might have been was it his 40th? Anyway, I got burnt to a crisp and spent the whole holiday underneath the parasol. It was way too hot for this fair English skin. Right, so next up we've got another square panels, but this one is Sunny Days, is it? Yeah, there we go. And this is the one that's got old Bee Bumble on the bottom. Isn't he lovely? So again, for 35 by 35 inch squares. I'm going to try and fold this up correctly. There we go. Here's another one. Right, so this one. Right, if I show you what I've done. Now, our lovely Stuart Hillard, he has very, very clever sewing skills. I've been following him for years. I mean, not like actually following around, because that would be a little bit odd, wouldn't it? But I've got all his books and everything. And in one of his books, he's got shopping bags. And a few years ago, excuse me, I decided, that's it, no more plastic. So I made a load of bags. And then when I saw these square panels, I thought this would be a perfect shopper. So what I've done is taken those square panels. So I've got my favourite little buzzy bee and the one that lives in the teapot. Added a little bit of fabric and then stitched it together. So it's a nice little shopper, which, with a little bit of wizardry, you go, izzy wizzy, let's get busy. If you fold it over like that and like that, and then, I know you can't see this, but you'll be amazed. This is like, you'll be going, what is this sorcery? It folds up like that. Isn't that cute? It's fabulous. Oh, Marie's saying clueless. I know there's a name when you've got the stitching and you go around something, but I can't remember. You could use one of the gnomes, then add the squares, quilt it up and make a lap quilt. Yeah, you could do. So one of the big squares, one of these, you could then take, remember the panel that I showed you that I'd done with the quilt? You could add those all the way around and sash in and just get bigger and bigger, and you could actually, with 40 of those, or you could take all 4, put some sashing in between and have like a window box. quilt, lap quilt as well. So that's that one. Sorry about that. That's my, I'm on my phone because I couldn't get the laptop to connect for some reason. It was having a huff. And that's my message. So if you heard that weird noise, don't worry about it. What's she say? You must be slithering. No, I'm Hufflepuff. Right, so another one of Marie's beautiful bags using, look at him, how gorgeous is he? He's my favourite. I absolutely love him, the little beekeeper. So there's a beautiful quilted bag. And then this one is rather special. So a cushion cover. And what Marie's done is added her own fabric to the back and some fancy buttons. So you see all the different things that you can be doing with these. And then finally, I made myself a little book cushion because sometimes if I'm sitting reading, my Kindle tends to slide all over the place. So I made myself a little book cushion, but because I could, I added a zip to the top. So I've added some cushioning in there, but I could take it out and then that could be a handy little zippy bag to keep my Kindle in, and it's cushioned as well. So that is that one. Next up, pause for a drink. What's Kevin saying? Thought I was watching cartoons. I haven't a clue. Have I missed something? Oh, hi Ian. Hello, love, you all right? Who else has come in that I've missed? I think you're all here. There we go. Pyjama case. Oh yeah, pyjama case. I had a Madame Chalet pyjama case when I was little. Remember Madame Chalet? She was one of the Wombles. I was obsessed with the Wombles. I went to see the Wombles, the actual real live Wombles in Roundy Park when I was 6. No, 5, 6. And they arrived in a helicopter and then there was a massive, huge thunderstorm and they all got in the helicopter and off they went. Never saw them again. Gutted, soaked through to the skin we were. Anyway, next up, so I was going to go off topic, hadn't I? There we go, a tote bag, and this is beekeeping. So this is our pink tote bag panel. And this is really cool. If you've never made a tote bag before, everything is here that you're going to need. All you're going to need are scissors just to cut it out. So let me start off at this end. So you've got the bag front and back. Then you've got the bag lining, the bag handles, and these two shorter bits actually go on top of the lining just to extend it. So when you open the bag, it's got a contrast there. Then your instructions and a pocket. And then there's some coordinating fabric as well. Love freebies. So you can use that for whatever you want. Right, I think this is going to be easier said than done, this one. Do you know what? I'm just going to pop this over there. I'll iron it later. Here is the one that I've made. So here's the pink one. I love how cross these little bees look as well. They're like going, like they're just about to sting him on the nose. There we go. So there is the pink bag. And exactly the same instructions. There's one in green. This is one that Marie's made. So it's green on one side and then blue around the edge on the other. So those are the two tote bags that we have for your delectation. Next up is, what's this? Ah, yeah. Right. Do you remember last time I did a live, just before I was doing a Hobby Maker show, wasn't it? It's quite a while ago. And in the background, there was a cushion. And Lynda said, oh, I like your cushion, Hels. And I was like, oh, nothing to see here. Because it was actually one of the prototypes that had been sent. Can you just have a look, see what this looks like? See what it looks like when it's put together. Ta-da! Here is the rectangle cushion. And again, you get, let me open this up for you. You've got the cushion front, flaps, there you go, and some bonus fabric as well. So it's entirely up to you which one you choose to use. But the bonus fabric is a really decent size for you to be able to then go on and make something, maybe if you want something to go with it, or if you want to make a little bag. Choice is yours. Right, so that one needs to go there. Then we've got, yes, the children's apron. This is just so cute. And I'm thinking, all of you who've got little grandchildren who like to help you baking and painting and whatnots, I'm thinking this would just be ideal for them. So I'm not very good at tying a bow, but you'll get the gist. So you've got 2 straps to tie the bow, and then let me hold that up for you. Look how dinky that is. That is so cute. I mean, I would put it on, but don't think it's going to be big enough. However, anything we can do for the children, we can do for the grown-ups as well. So you could then have a matching apron, because here's the one that I've put together. There we go. And it's identical, apart from it's a little bit bigger. There we go. And it's even got a pocket that matches there, so you've got that little pocket. Now for this one, you're going to need your own lining. So Marie's used some calico and I've just used some white fabric. I've even got some applique on there as well, this apron belongs to. So let me bung those over there, and I'm just going to quickly open this up. Now the adult one is exactly the same as the children's, same design, obviously it's just bigger. So you've got the apron front, you've got your 2 little circles that you can applique. Then you've got applique there for the gnome, which you can make into a pocket if you want to. And then you've got the pocket, and you've also got sides and neckties there, and full instructions. So it's really easy. I'll be truthful, I put this one off because I thought this was going to be really difficult because it's got curves and stuff on it, but actually it was really easy. I made that one on Saturday morning, so it wasn't even like it was an all-day project either. It was relatively simple. There we go. Right, I need to fold these up and put these away nice and neatly while I catch up. Oh, my message notification. Oh, Kevin, I see what you mean. Yeah, it's, you know, when I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, there was, I think they've changed it now, but there used to be a spider walking along and he'd go like that and go diddly-ding, a bug. And we recorded it off the telly and then turned it into some kind of music file and then put it on my phone as a ringtone for a message. And I know who it is because there's only one person that's got that message ringtone, and that is my husband, who is at work. So he's obviously on his break. And he messaged me, and I said to him, don't message me after 7 o'clock because I'm going to be talking to the nice ladies and gentlemen and creative friends doing a live. And he's forgotten, which is just typical. Right. So I love the Wombles. I had an Orinoco pyjama case. Hels, the samples look amazing. Thank you, Ian. Roundy was 3 miles away from me. I saw many concerts there. You see, well, the side of Leeds to me, Angie, because I was from North Leeds. So going to Roundy Park it was a day out. I had an auntie who lived in Hare Hills. I'm saying auntie, it was mum's friend and we called her auntie. And she used to come and pick us up. She had a Mini and she used to come and pick us up, and then we used to go to Roundy Park for a day out. It was lovely. But yeah, I fancy going and seeing the Wombles at Roundy Park, and then it thundered. I got soaked to the skin. There you go. Did anybody else ever see the Wombles? All the kitties wanted to neb in and listen to it. Oh, bless them. Little darlings. My 2 kitties, one of them has just gone out even though it's raining, and the other one came in. He sat there and looked at me and thought, nah, I'm off, and he's gone to bed because he's lazy. Right, so that's the 10 o'clock show. Gnomes. It's all about the gnomes. I've got loads more to show you. I've got so much more to show you. And so it's actually all piled up here, and it's higher than the desk. And I'm going to have to get up because I've left some stuff over there on yonder ironing board, purely because it was just going to go all over the gaff. So bear with just for a few seconds whilst I'll just grab these. Okay, whoops, there we go. Right, so you are going to absolutely love these. Now, next up at 12 o'clock, we have some cushion and alphabets collections that go together. There's 5 in total, lots of different styles, but this is the first one. This is actually going to be my demo. This is Lavender Love square cushion. So basically the same as what you've seen before, on a panel, straight edges, cut it out, sew it together, boom. So that's the front of the cushion. And then you've got 2 back bits. So you've got your flaps if you want matching ones, or if you want different ones you can do, but there's a bonus fabric. So in total there's three flaps for the back. So that bonus fabric never being one to let bonus fabric go to waste, I made a little zippy pouch. And basically all I've done with that is just added some iron-on interfacing, which is a little bit like a high loft, a little bit of lining and a zip to match. Made a box bottom, did a little bit of quilting again. Thanks, Marie. I can't believe how stupid I am sometimes. When you get something and you think, oh, I don't need that. What's that for? This bit of metal. Oh, can't possibly a reason that why they've sent me that. So, do you want to see the cushion? So here is the cushion. Again, it's a 16 by 16 cushion insert. So this is one that Marie has made. And what Marie has done is used the contrast fabric as well as the matching fabric and added buttons. So can you see she's actually made her own covered buttons and buttonholes to button it together. This is absolute genius, because I would never have thought of doing something like that. Look. And then when I was putting this in here earlier, I said to Graham, this is like me trying to get my jeans on, because it's there we go. Right, so that's Lavender Love. That's your cushion panel. Let me bob the cushions down there. And to go with it, there is also a coordinating fabric square sheet, and these squares are 5 by 5, and there are 40 in total. And these are, what I'm going to do, I'm going to open this up for effect so you can all go, woo! Look at those beauties. So you've got all the alphabets, and you've also got extra fancy panels. You've got little squares there that have got the lavender on them. They've got a little watering can there, so they're decorative. So that one is one of your squares panels. That's Lavender Love. Let me just fold this up. And my demo at 12 is going to be using Lavender Love, and I'm going to be making the cushion. I'm going to be sewing on live TV. Help! But Marie got very, very creative. And this is an absolute beaut. Let me show you. So what she's done is patchworked the squares, added a beautiful backing, and then she's stipple quilted it. She's very, 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 very clever. I need some quilting gloves apparently, because I didn't know how to do stipple quilting. So I need some quilting gloves. So I too can do stipple quilting. Right, so that's Lavender Love. Moving on, I have got these to show you. Now this one, let me grab them all together. Don't fall over. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to show you the cushion first. Right, where is that? Where is that? There it is. Okay, so this next collection is called Tiny World, and I think you're probably going to guess what it is. It's all about the babies. Look at these little alphabets, and they've got gorgeous, cute little animals. So there's a panda and a koala and a giraffe and a fox. And same as before, folks, you've got those panels that make the flaps at the back, an envelope, and then you've also got the coordinating one, which is your bonus fabric. So let me show you what I've done with these. Look at that. That went. I'm getting used to this folding malarkey. I think that went together really neatly. Right. So first of all, I've done the cushion and kept it simple. Both of them exactly the same on the back. So that is your Tiny World square cushion. Next, I then spoke to Lynda, who said, is it possible, do you think, that you could make, using Tiny World, a bag out of a cushion panel? Yes, of course. Which is what I did. So there is the bag. And it's quite a tall bag, as you can see. It's bigger than my head. So there's the cushion front, and I've added, remember that bonus fabric? I've added that there, all the way around. I've added a panel of white just to extend it, because that one, obviously, is an envelope back size. Bit of white on the bottom, just to bring it all together. Made the handles from it, and then I had enough left over for a pocket inside. And this is in my head. This is going to be somebody, when they've just had a baby, and everybody knows when you have a baby, you've got that 10 ton of stuff to carry around, because even though they're only that big, they have a lot of paraphernalia. So that is the bag that Mum and Dad are going to need to put everything in, so you could have like nappies and bottles and stuff and whatnot. And then I thought, well, using the alphabet panel, which is this one, so I've got to show you that. Look how cute it is. Look at the little lion. Oh, it's so cute. So Mum and Dad gone out for the day. Obviously they've taken the baby with them, because it would be really ridiculous if they didn't and just had a baby bag. So they got the baby bag. Baby needs a nap or needs changing. You could have something coordinating, which is when I came up with this. So this is using all of the alphabets and then a couple of the coordinating prints. And I've just quilted it together, and it's that big. There you go, it's that big. So it's baby wiggling around a bit size. But you could make it bigger just by adding some contrast fabric in between, adding a bit of sashing or something if you wanted to. So that can now go in the bag along with the nappies and the bottle and the whatnots. And then I've still got from this, I folded it up, I should open it up again. From where the alphabets are, there's all of this pattern square as well, because there's 40 in total. So if there's 26 letters in the alphabet, that means there's 14 fancy panels. So I thought, oh, I've got those left. I know, I'll make a bag. So I did. So this bag is then where they could store anything else that a baby might need. What else do babies need? Bits and bobs and wipes and talc and stuff like that could go in there that matches and all coordinates. So for those two panels, you could actually have a full-on gift for new parents. There we go. That's that one. Oh, samples that side. Right. Have I got any more? Let me see. Any more comments? Just have a look. Where am I? I am talking still, but I can't read and talk at the same time, obviously. I'm making that quite apparent. It keeps scrolling back up. Winnie's saying, love the apron. It's fab, isn't it, Winnie? I love it too. Marie's saying, carried away, love lavender. Graham will be making you do all the ironing in future. I do all the ironing anyway because, right, just between you and I like ironing. I know, I'm a strange one. I used to have to do the ironing when I was little. When I was growing up, it was my job to do the ironing. That was my job in the house. So I used to do it on a Sunday evening, listening to the Top 40 with Bruno Brooks. Shows age. Lap quilt when nursing a baby. Yeah, exactly, Andrew. You're on the same wavelength as me there. Clean clothes. Yeah, babies need clean clothes, don't they? Right, just a reminder, if you've missed the start, you can rewatch in the group or it's going to be uploaded onto YouTube later. Ian's saying baby bag and accessories is so fabulous, such a great idea. Thank you very much, Ian. I do have the odd occasional good idea. Not often, but when it happens, I strike while the iron is hot. Right, so next up we have Wild Menagerie. Okay, and I will start with the squares. Okay, so Wild Menagerie, as you can expect, it's all about your little wild animals, but I mean some of them are so not wild. Look at that. There's a little duck and a cat, and there's a narwhal, there's a monkey, a unicorn, koala, a lion, heffalump, alligator. So again, 26 alphabets, there's one of each there. These would be fabulous if you wanted to make little monogram cushions for people, for little gifts. So you could cut the square out, add a border around it, and then just put some back in and then put some stuff in it. Then, of course, you've got the coordinating fancy fabrics that go perfectly. They're all floral and dotty, and there's some hearts on there. So that is that one. There we go. And I'll show you what I made. So to start off with, I made a gift for Head Witch Trouble, because I thought, seeing as she's just learned how to sew again, she's going to need a pin cushion. So I made her a little pin cushion. So I've used some of the dotty fabric and then the L, so it's personalised, and I've added some toy stuffing in there. Apparently, if you add in some steel wool, it will actually sharpen your pins at the same time. Didn't know that. And then I made a little square pillow as well. But how fab would these be for little gifts for people if you add a little bit of ribbon at the top, so it could just be like a little hanging thing? Add some lavender in there, it could go into the wardrobe. So, whoop, it's alive. So it could be like a little pomander to freshen up your clothes. Hi Glenda, how are you? And then this is Wild Menagerie that we're on. I made a makeup bag, so it says make up. Look at that little pig. So P for pig, U for unicorn. So we've got the alligator, the monkey, the koala and the elephant. And then what I've done here is, this was one of the fancy squares, and one with the stripes, one with the hearts. Cut them in half, sewed them together, added them to the border, added a zip, quilted it, and as luck would have it, I had cotton that was exactly the same colour as the zip. So I've quilted it, bobbed it together, and I've got a makeup bag. Now, makeup bags, when you buy them in shops, are about that big. Who has makeup brushes that are that big? You know, I travel around. I need to put loads of makeup on when I go on telly, because seriously, I need polyfiller to get rid of the wrinkles. I want enough there so I can get all my, what they're called, spatulas. There we go. Oh, where are we going? I'll put those back in there. Lorraine Leggett's saying, love that fabric. I know it's gorgeous, isn't it, Lorraine? Steph's saying, this is so up your street. I know it is. Look at the little alligator. So that's Wild Menagerie. And that's the 40 squares. Now, of course, Wild Menagerie also has a matching cushion. And again, it's the same as previous. So it's all of the same sizes and everything. So the square cushion. And once made, I've used 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way around. And it's a 16-inch cushion insert that's gone in there. So you've got your cushion front. And can you see it? We've actually given you a word. It says wild. And then you've got your dotty fabric for your envelope back, and you've also got bonus fabric as well. So I've made the cushion cover. There we go. Let me fold that up, put that there. I'm trying to be organised. So there's the cushion cover. Look at the colours on the iguana, isn't he gorgeous? A little duckling, and then a lion, and then the whale. And it was on this day 2 years ago, when I was on my holidays in Boa Vista, that I happened to be sunbathing and just looked up and saw a massive splash. And when I looked again, there was a humpback whale. That's just reminded me. Ah, Boa Vista. I do miss Boa Vista. Not long now, 68 days and counting. And then Lynda said, okay, so she'd got some of the fabrics as well. She said, here you go, make a bag. So I did. Never one to give up a challenge. So here I've used the cushion front and some of the flappy fabric for the handles. And I've made a border all the way around the outside, and that's your bonus fabric there. So that is just a little shopper. I've lined it with white, but I've not put in any wadding in it or anything. But of course, if you wanted to, like I did with the baby bag, you could quilt it, etc. But that's just going to be a little shopper for me. And then from the cushion that I've just shown you, I had the bonus fabric left over. So, of course, you know what I'm like with my zippy bags. I love making a zippy bag. So here is a little zippy bag. I love this fabric. It is just so up my street. Then I made a little glasses case as well. So I'll open that up, and there are my specs, because I'm forever putting them down and scratching them. Right, so what's next? I've got 2 more left to show you. What time is it? Blimey, it's 7:45 already, and I've not even got through showing you. Okay. Who else is here? What thickness is the wadding? Do you know what? I don't know. It's just wadding that I've got. It's high loft. It's just wadding from my stash that I've used. But it's entirely up to you if you wanted to use like iron-on interfacing, or it's entirely up to you what you use. I use the zippy bag you made me every day. Oh, bless you. That's a long time ago, isn't it? How long ago is that? There we go. So this one is called Ocean Deep, and this is your 40 coordinating fabric squares. So you've got your alphabets, excuse me, and you've also got your beautiful underwater scenes and your coordinating squares. So 40 squares there. And what's the girl to do with 40 squares when she loves a little bit of patchwork? She's going to make a bag, obviously. And this is what I made. There we go. And that, I've got to admit, there's an H and an S, which is purely coincidental, because I just literally laid them out and then stitched them together. And then I've used some more of the squares to make the handles. And then this along the top is actually from the cushion that I made. It's the bonus fabric from the cushion. So that's gone along the top, and then there are squares inside. And I've added a little magnetic closure, and that is my little slouchy bag. But I'm looking at that, now I'm holding it up. That could be like a little pinny, couldn't it? And you could add a little ruffle around it and some straps. And that, oh, can you imagine having a waist that big? That's 13 and a half. No, it's not, it's 13. So 13, I think, a 26-inch waist. I remember I did have well, I think it was. It didn't last long. But imagine the days when we had 26-inch waists. Right, next up. Ocean Deep Square Cushion. How fab is that? I absolutely love this one. I love the colours in it. The fishes. There we go. And then you've got this beautiful ocean blue check. And then, of course, the bonus fabric there as well, if you wanted to use that. So let me fold this up. I'm doing quite a good job of this folding up malarkey. There we go. And here is the cushion. There we go. So that's one side. And then, did I stitch around? No, I didn't stitch around that one. What I've done with this one is I've actually used a contrast stitch. And basically what you do with the envelope back is fold it over a couple of times, press it, and then just sew along. And then sew it together. But like I said, 12 o'clock on Friday, I'm going to be showing you how to do the square cushion. I'm doing the Lavender Love. And my demo for the 10 o'clock is the rectangle cushion, which is the gnomes. Right, last but not least. This is absolutely stunning. Do you know what? I think actually I might save that to show you last. I'm going to show you the cushion for starters. So this is, let me just remind, Floral Desire, this one. Isn't that beautiful? So elegant and delicate, but look at the back. Any fabric that looks like that has stolen my heart straight away. I'm just catching up on comments. Oh, thanks, Marie. 40, 100 thickness, I think, Lorraine, but I'll check for you. I ain't a clue what that means. Andy's saying probably about 5 years since I made you that bag. It probably is. Lorraine's saying they're lovely. Thank you. Sarah's here watching, and Wendy's here. Lorraine's saying love the gnome fabric. Thank you. I'm so pleased that everyone's loving it. So this is Floral Desire. So that's the cushion. And again, as before, there's the square cushion front and the envelope back, and you've got bonus fabric, which is this one here. Look how adorable that is. And how many times have you heard me carping on going, oh, this is so lovely, I wish it was a fabric, and I've ended up printing out one A4 sheet. Now I've got loads of fabric and it's all coordinating and it's exciting. Right, so the next one are your alphabets. So this is really striking because you've got that beautiful classic font, and then you've got these absolutely glorious flowers. So there's some sweet peas in there. It looks like there's some clematis and some poppies. And then, of course, you've also got your coordinating squares as well. So there's 45 by 5 squares there. And take a deep breath, ladies and gentlemen, for what I'm about to show you is truly a work of art. This is from Marie. She's so clever. I'm going to stand up for this. Look at that. That rather spoiled the effect. So what Marie's done here is put them all together. Added a little bit of sashing and some wadding and some backing, quilted it, and then hand bound it. You wouldn't get that from me. I just use the machine because I'm a lazy old bat. So that is what you can do. Oh, this is so nice. No one would have noticed if that didn't end up making it anywhere. It's my house, maybe. And then I've got some of the squares. This is from the Wild Menagerie, and these are the ones that I didn't use, and all I've done is just cut them out. So I just thought, you know what, I'll show you these anyway. So we've got all these fabrics. Hi, Carly. There you go. Right, who else is here? Andy's saying adore. Sarah Jane say hi. Yeah, I think I've already said hello to you, but I'll say hello again. Trudy's here. Hello. Steph Harrison, have any of these been released as paper kit? Lynda will have to answer that question because I'm not sure, but I don't think so. I'm not 100% sure. Lorraine say, Marie, this is beautiful. How long did it take you? So Marie, if you could answer that question for me, please, my love. Carly say hello, Carly. Denise, got to go. Someone is coming. Thanks, Hels. Thanks, Denise. Thanks for joining me. Marie's saying that took her a couple of days. Linda's actually answered that for me. Thank you. So let me scroll up. Alphabets, the paper potions, topper sets. The garden gnome is a digital kit. Oh, so that's even better. Do you know what? That means that if you've got the paper kits, you could make the cards and the envelopes and the gift tags and the box that you're going to pop it in, and then the fabric gift as well. Because I know a lot of paper crafters now have become soft crafters. I know I have. Purely just for something different. And I think also for me, because I was always rubbish at sewing when I was at school, so it was a case of, it was a little bit of a challenge for me to learn how to sew as well. Make a card to go with the gift, exactly, Steph. And then you could actually have a full array. So I'm really surprised that none of you have asked me about our angel policy for these fabrics. So as ever, because Linda's really generous, you can make and sell. So any of like the cushions that you want, if you wanted to, you could make that and sell that. You could also do that with your quilt or your little baggies, or like I said, I've made that into a pin cushion, but simply add a little loop of ribbon and some nice smellies in there, maybe some lavender or something like that. That could actually be a little pomander to go in your wardrobe. Marie's saying you've done so well, Hels. Thank you very much. And then Crafty Witches, you can see all of these beautiful creations here. Do forgive the photography on mine because I'm not that clever, but Kevin's just put a link onto Pinterest for you. So, I mean, obviously I've whizzed through them so you can actually have a look at everything and see what we've got coming for you. But if you want to have a look at photographs, and by all means, if you see something that I've made and you think, I wonder how she made that, just drop me a line. I'll let you know, because I don't do anything difficult. I don't see the point in making something really complicated for myself, because it'll take away the enjoyment. So when I'm making sewing stuff, I tend not to challenge myself too much, because like I said, it's like if I got a recipe and it was really complicated and I'd end up burning it, I wouldn't want to do it again. So, you know what I mean, don't you? Can we auction made items for charity? Oh yes, Linda's answered that, thank you. Yes, you can, definitely. Sandalwood would smell brilliant. Yeah, anything like that in those little let me get that again. I keep putting it away. I should just keep it out, shouldn't I? That. So you could put any kind of smelly in there, couldn't you? Also, if you've got, I know a lot of people are doing craft stalls and soft crafts and things. People always tend to gravitate towards. So you could have one section, if you've got Crafty Witches stuff, like you've already got these toppers, you could have the cards and things that are made to match. And then you could have the little smellies, and of course, because they've got the monograms on them. But like I was saying before, you could add around the edge some coordinating fabric and make it into like a little monogram pillow, because they're always going to be really popular as well. Lorraine's saying a bath bomb. Yeah, exactly. So you could turn them into little drawstring pouches if you wanted to. So they could contain little sweeties or little treats or something. Little sugared almonds if you're doing like a baby shower or a bridal shower or moving in presents, that kind of thing. You all know what it's like. Once we get going with these fabrics, it's like the ideas just keep popping and popping. So show times 10 o'clock and 12 o'clock on Friday, on Good Friday, on Sewing Street, which if you're on Sky, it's 670. It's exactly the same channel as it is if you're watching Hobby Maker. Because Hobby Maker just comes on at 1 o'clock straight after Sewing Street. So whatever way you view Hobby Maker, just tune in earlier and you'll see Sewing Street. Lynda's going to be there as well. She's going to come on and introduce the brand, and she's going to do some live sewing. And then I'm going to do some live sewing. Lynda's going, no, I'm not doing live sewing. No, she's not really. She's left that to me. So please be gentle, because it's the first time that I've ever actually sewn in front of anyone. I'm going in like 3 o'clock in the morning just so I can have a little play with the machine that they've got there, because it's a brother, but it's a fancy one. So a bit nervous. And then what else? The comments that I'm just having a quick look, and this is just scrolling through. Lynda's saying this keeps popping backwards and forwards. It did this last time. Marie's saying I've done so well. Oh, bless you, thank you. And then well done, Hels and Marie, thank you. Erica's here. Hi, Erica. Marie's saying, can I say I loved working with these fabrics? Thank you, Lynda and Hels. Thank you, Marie, for all your hard work. Steph's saying, I'll be at work, hopefully not too busy, so I might sneak a peek. Yeah, because they are, I think that it's live. Is it live on YouTube? Or am I just making that up? But I know that you can always go back in and you can watch the shows again if you want to. Hopefully you'll be able to sneak a little peek. Just say, oh, I need to go to the loo, and take some earphones and just watch it and pretend that you're in the loo for a while. Not that I'm sneaky or anything. Hi, Julie. Nice to see you. Lynda's saying, yeah, me and the Statue of Liberty will do the shimmies. Lorraine's saying, look forward to watching on Friday. Will there be an invite to remind us? Yeah, what I'll do is I'll pop on Friday morning early on, because we're both planning to get to the studio just before 7. So I'll pop into Creative Friends and just send you all a reminder, and there will be one of the Hocus Pocus coming out to you anyway, so that'll give you a quick reminder as well. Hi Erica, how are you, love? Steph's saying I work in a sewing shop, so it could be classed as research. Absolutely, 100% research, because well, it's your job, isn't it? I mean, you might be going, oh, I wonder what sewing threads they've got, or I wonder what stitch that machine does. There's always an excuse, isn't there? Julie's saying hello. It's nice to see you, Julie. How are you doing? I haven't seen you for ages. So yeah, let me have a quick drink, because I've been yapping, haven't I? I'm doing a Lynda. I've got myself all excited and I'm getting out of breath. I remember, what was it, Lynda, that you were launching for the first time and you got yourself so wound up that you ran out of gas? I can't remember what it was. It was one of those shows, you know, when we used to launch late in the evening. Was it a 4-day deal or something? I can't remember what it was. Julie's saying, loving all your samples. Thank you, Julie. I know you're saying you're late, but this is actually going to be going onto our YouTube channel later. So if you want to watch from the start, so you can see everything that I've made and that Marie's made as well, because there are some beautiful samples that Marie's done, seriously. It was the SVG USBs, it was. And Lynda actually ran out of gas. Who knew? It was quite amusing. Erica's saying, having trouble with my left eye twitching. It turns out it's stress that's causing it. It is an actual thing when your left eye or your right eye twitches. You know that little thing in the corner? Sometimes just before I'm about to go on air, I get a little twitch there. And I know that it's nerves. So if you see me and I'm looking down the camera and I'm doing this, I'm not winking at you, honest. Lynda's saying cheeky mate. Well, it's true. I mean, come on, you've got to agree with me. You have got a lot of gas. Not that kind of gas, although, but no, we won't talk about that. Lynda's saying newsletter just sent out. Yeah, so that's just a quick reminder for you. But like I said, on Friday morning, I'll pop into Creative Friends and just say, hello, don't forget. Lynda, how many Malbecs have you had, love? What day is it? Is it Wednesday? Oh, is it Wine Wednesday? There's always an excuse. It's like Tequila Tuesday, Malbec Monday. Yeah, dig a hole, Hels Sheridan. Kevin's saying that kind of gas is my speciality. Yeah. Well, you're a bloke. Of course it is. Is that one big one? Or I big one? Have you had more than one and you now can't type? I'm so going to be in the doghouse. Oh, hang on a minute. I can hear a cat bell somewhere. And I'm hoping that it's not a wet, fluffy Tilly. Bear with a minute because the cushions are on the floor and I don't want to come in with the mucky feet. Talk amongst yourselves just for 2 seconds. I'm going to lift them up. Yeah, it is. Because we don't want dirty paw prints all over these lovely cushions. There we go. I'm back. Yeah, because Eric did it earlier when I was putting all the cushions into the cushion covers, and he came in from outside with wet paws, and I just got visions of him going paddle paddle all over him. Kevin say, so how is everyone? I'm back now, thank you. Yeah, so quick recap. The Crafty Witches debut on Sewing Street on Good Friday at 10 a.m. with Lynda and me, and our presenter is John Scott. For the 10 a.m. show, we are showing off the gnomes. Oh, it's very exciting. And then at 12 o'clock, we've got the beautiful alphabets and coordinating cushions, of which there are 5 different styles. And I really hope that you can join us, and I really hope that you absolutely love everything we do. And please, 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 if you are watching, can you send us a message in, because I know both of us are going to be a little bit nervous. Linda's saying you are too. I'm assuming that's something about running out of gas or being a gas bag or something like that, probably. Anyway, I am going to go because otherwise I'm just going to combust with excitement. And we will see you on Friday. Very excited. I mean, this is something completely new for us. You know, we're branching out into soft craft. So, oh, Linda's saying, I hope someone's warned John. I kind of hope that someone didn't. Because can you imagine? Poor bloke ain't going to know what's hit him. Steph saying see you Friday. Thank you, Steph, and thank you again, Marie, for all your hard work. It is really, really appreciated. And thank you all for watching. Just a reminder, if you did miss the start or if you've come in late, you can actually rewatch the whole video. It will be uploaded onto YouTube later on. So from me, I'm going to wish you all a very good night and say please join us on Friday because it's dead exciting. See you later. Bye.